Hi everyone, MMA Android guy here, and for today's technique, this is my Galaxy S8 review. So, let me ask you guys a question. When you go buy a cell phone, right? What do you guys look for in a cell phone? Is it the camera? Is it the looks? Is it the latest and greatest? What do you guys look for when you go purchase a phone? Leave a comment on the bottom and tell me what it is that you guys look for. So I actually asked this question to a bunch of people, and some of the reactions that I got was is they love the camera, or they look for camera. One person in particular was like, they don't care whether it's an Obama phone, as long as it takes beautiful photos. That's all they even care about, is just the camera quality. I guess for like Snapchat or for like Instagram, or just take like beautiful moments of the family. Just that's all they really care about. Some people were like, I need speed. I need the speed of the phone. I need to be as fast as I am. I need to type. I'm a quick paced person, live in the city. I'm a New York person. I'm a fast paced and hustle and bustle type of person who I need a fast phone, you know. Some people, like I said, they just want the latest and greatest phone. You know, some people, that's what they really care about. They don't care about speed, camera. Hey, I got the latest phone. I got the S8 Edge Plus. You know, that's all they care about. They just the latest and greatest. What do you guys look for? Well, for me to answer that question, I'm gonna tell you what I look for. So what I look for is kind of like as if you were trying to find a girl, right? For me, when I look for a girl, she's gotta look pretty. She's gotta be pretty. She gotta be attractive to the eyes. It's like eye candy. You need that attraction. This phone is attractive. Like, she's beautiful. Like I want to be more on this phone just because it's like it's that pretty. It's like, oh my god, text message. Ooh, I wanna write. Phone call. Oh, I wanna be on. I want to be on this phone more often. That's how beautiful it is. You know, the same thing with a girl. Like, you with somebody you love, she's so beautiful. I want to be around her all the time. That's what this phone makes me feel. But at the same time, you know, I also look for brains. Not only she has to look beautiful, she has to be smart and quick with it. You know what I mean? Like, this phone is also fast. So not only is it beautiful looking, but it also has brains. It's also quick. Beauty without brains kind of kills the whole thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this phone has both. It's quick, it does not lag, and it's very pretty. You know, it can't have. It has to have both. At least it does, or at least it has to at least be fast. Like, I'll give you an example. The Pixel, right? Pixel was not a very attractive phone. At least I don't think so. But you know what? It was so fast. Like, oh my god. Like, I love the speed of the Pixel. It was great. It took away the fact that the phone wasn't that pretty. Almost like a female. Like, she's not that pretty. But you know what? There's other factors inside her that like attracted me to her. It took away from her not being so beautiful, and for your friends telling you that it's not a pretty, she ain't that pretty. But you know what? She's pretty to you because of what's inside, and that's what the Pixel was. The Pixel was that fast, that beautiful, that brains, that like, oh my god, I love this because it's so smart, and I loved it. Like I said, it wasn't that pretty. But this has both beauty and brains. That's why I love this phone. And that's 2. Number 3 that I look for in a phone is, in a female too, is she also has to have the same vision as me. Like, let's say, like, I'm looking at a flower, right? and you have to be able to look at that flower how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, wow, that flower's beautiful, and the phone captures, the camera captures the same vision, the same quality as you see in your eyes, and this phone does that as well, which is what I love also. Like, it has the speed, has the looks, and it has the camera. 3 factors that I love about this phone. So, what do you look for in a phone? I'm gonna leave the specs somewhere around here, over here, somewhere. I'm gonna leave it somewhere around here, the specs of this phone. So I'm gonna keep quiet for 1 second and leave the specs. Okay, so those are some of the specs of the phone: the display and the size, and you know, just the pixels and all that good stuff. And this is also, like I said, the display, the beauty, and the speed. So this is rocking a Qualcomm 835 processor, which is the latest and the greatest processor right now. Probably the only one that's rocking that processor right now, which is why this thing is as Speedy Gonzalez as it is. And the camera it's great too, and it's somewhat similar to the S7 Edge. It hasn't really changed much in the rear, has not really changed that much, just a slight little bit, but the details is what matters. The details. So it's slightly little bit different from the S7 Edge. I might leave you some photos so that way you can tell the difference, or you can see a difference between the S7 Edge and the S8 to maybe give your opinion, what you feel might be better. One thing that did change was the front-facing camera. So this thing does take better front-facing photos and video, because now it has an 8 megapixel front-facing camera with a f1.7 aperture, which is, you know, different than the S7 Edge. And it also has some cool little Snapchat like little emojis, which is, it's fun. It's fun to play around with and everything. Another thing that I do like about this too, that speaking of camera and taking photos, is the storage. Off the box, this phone has 64 gigs of internal storage out the box, which I truly love. Yeah, the Note 7 was the one that had the 64 gigs out the box as well, but I'm not gonna touch too much about that because I had videos about Note 7, and I'm still saddened about the Note 7 being gone, even though it might do a comeback. But anyway, the fact that it's gone right now and it might not come back to the States, that's all I gotta say about that. But this phone has 64 gigs out the box, which is great. Plus it has expandable storage. You can add more memory to it, which is also great. Another thing that that might not be so great. I'm gonna go back and forth with things I like, with things that I don't like. So I'm gonna keep flipping and flopping. So one thing I don't really like is, you know, I know you guys probably seen tons of videos about this, and probably don't even want to hear me talk about it, is the security. Like, one of the things with security is the fingerprint sensor being all the way up here by the camera. I know you guys probably heard that to death and all that stuff, and I tell you, I don't even use it. As a matter of fact, I don't even use none of the security on this phone. I actually made a video about that, which I feel will be the best security for this phone, which would be an actual fingerprint sensor on the screen itself, being right here. even though this does not have a home button. It's all just, you know, just glass with a pressure button right here. It would be nice to have a fingerprint sensor right here, and I guess I made a video about that, so I'm not gonna touch too much on the security of this phone. I'll leave a link in the description of that video if you want to see what I feel would be the best security on that. So, you know, check that out if you want. Another thing that I do love also that they brought back again as well, which is on the S7 Edge, is the IP68 dust and water resistance. I do love that you can take this in water or around water and not have to worry about dropping it in the toilet, or, you know, just have to worry about water and ruining your phone. That I still feel is a great feature in these phones, which is something that the Pixel did not have. But these phones, the last model, the S7 Edge and the S7 and the S8, carried on that tradition now. So I love that as well. Battery life. So the battery life on the S8 is it's not too bad. I mean, it has a 3000 milliamp battery, which is not that great, and it's not that bad. The reason why I say it's not that bad, because the software that's in it now has a lot of battery saving features. It actually lasted me pretty much almost a full day, you know. But the thing is with me, I always carry around extra battery chargers, so like I never really have to worry about my phone ever being dead. So I'm okay with that. Also, I mean, another solution which you can have also, which they have, is case chargers. You put a case on it that has a, you know, another whatever milliamp battery case. You slap this on here and you're good to. I love battery cases. Matter of fact, I hate a dead phone. I hate it. So like, I always have something that's always gonna charge my phone. So the milliamps that it comes with, the 3000, I don't really worry about that. I don't really care about that. So that's not really a worry factor for me. So, and if it is for you, maybe you should consider getting the S8 Plus, because the S8 Plus has a bigger battery. It has 3500 milliamps. Maybe that's better for you. Maybe you don't have to lug around extra battery packs. Maybe you don't want to have a big case battery. Maybe that one suits your life better. Maybe you go for that one. It's actually a bigger phone than this one. And speaking of bigger phones, another thing, like I said, I'm gonna flip-flop on the things I like and don't like. What I don't like is I like bigger phones. Like I said, I had a Note 7. I had a Note 3, a Note 4, a S6 Edge Plus. I love bigger phones. This is not a big phone. Like I said, I also had an S7 Edge. S7 Edge is not big as the Note series, but it was still a bigger, wider phone. It's actually bigger, wider than this one. Maybe it might be actually the same height. Matter of fact, I have it right here. It's probably be the same height, pretty much, but the width is actually wider than the S8, and I mean, it might feel better with better grip. For some people, I have big hands, so I like a bigger phone. I like to feel I have a man phone in my hands. For this phone, I don't feel like the phone is big enough for my hands. So if you need a bigger phone, I would, like I said, go for the S8 Plus. But I mean, I guess, you know, what you could do also as a solution is get a bigger case, get a wider case, you know, something that gives you more girth. That's another solution for you, you know, like instead of just having a smaller case or some rinky-dinky case that's just gonna cover it. If you need something bigger and you want to save money, just get yourself a case that gives you a little bit more grip. And that's it, and you're ready to go. Going back to charging, then again, also besides besides the size of the battery and you needing a case charger, this thing charges pretty damn fast. So even if your battery's low, you charge it with your quick charger and it'll charge it fast. So like, even if you're low on battery, you plug that thing in like 5 or 10 minutes, you have enough battery to like get you going for the rest of the day, or get you going to where you need to be going at that moment. So I'm not even worried. Even, you know, you can fast wireless charge too. I love that too. I love the fact that you can fast wireless charge. Another thing also that I love that they actually brought back, and this thing used to be, I still use it, as a matter of fact. I use it with sometimes with my Note 3, my Note 4. What it was is I don't really like mirroring. Like say like an Apple TV, you mirror, or a Chromecast or something like that. I like direct, because when you do it direct, it's much faster. So like, I used to take a cable, you plug it into your phone, and you connect it to your TV via HDMI, which is great. This phone actually has that feature again. The S6, the S6 Edge, the S7 Edge, it got rid of that feature. I don't know why. I loved it. It was great. You know, I use Kodi. Like I had to buy a Kodi box just to be able to. I'm sorry, not Kodi, but an Android box just to be able to do that, which I love to do that. So now this phone actually brought that back to where you can actually plug this back into your TV, which is, I'm telling you, it's a great feature. You can use a Showbox, you can use a Kodi, you can use all those things to watch television on your television, which is it's great. You know, like for them to bring that back, it's great. So speaking about that, about connecting to your phone, to the TV, this year, this phone also has the capability of turning your cell phone into a computer with this thing called the deck station. I mean, this phone has so many techniques that, like, this thing is great. You know, like, I love multiple techniques. You know, to me that's a technique, because there's multiple things you could do with it. You know, just like in mixed martial arts, you know, you have boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, everything makes it one. This phone has so many mixtures into one device that it's awesome. So like, this thing you can actually turn your phone into a computer. It's a computer on the go. Besides it being cell phones these days are like computers on the go. You can actually turn this into an actual computer. Connect a keyboard, connect it to a monitor, and it has almost the same functionalities as you would have your having a personal computer, which is great. I'm gonna have one soon. I don't know when I'm gonna get the deck station, but once I do, I'm gonna review it and see what actually you can do with it, what apps you could use, and if it's even worth even having, because there's a lot of apps that I want to know if you can actually use with it, which a lot of reviewers who actually have it have not talked about it or anything like that, which I want to know. There's a few questions, there's a few things that I want to know if you could do, and a lot of people who've reviewed have not really touched upon that. So I'm gonna try to get my hands on one, and I'm gonna try to answer my own questions with its capabilities. Another thing that I don't like, which is everybody's gripe, which I'm not really gonna touch too much about it because it's not fully functioning yet. It's still there as I guess as like a beta, just to show you that it's there. Is the Bixby. It's just like another form of Google, and but it's still in beta version, so I can't really say too much about it. Just the fact, but the whole thing is there is a button here for that. So like, I guess later on, once Samsung improves it would actually function a little bit better. But right now it's pretty much garbage. It's pretty much an extra button there that I don't really need. And as a matter of fact, I actually downloaded an app that as soon as I hit that extra button, it routes me somewhere else. I have it actually routed me to YouTube because I love YouTube. That's an app that I use all the time. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think I touched everything that I felt was pretty much worth mentioning about this phone. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I felt it was worth mentioning as a average consumer of things that I may look for in a phone, and maybe others who I actually have asked who may like, who actually look for in a phone. Maybe I hope I touched everything and maybe helped you decide whether or not you would want to buy a Galaxy S8 or not. So do I think it's worth it? I think it's worth it. I mean, there's a lot of cool techniques in this phone that I think you'll love it. You know, like, again, it's fast. There's a lot of cool features. It's camera's great. You know, like, it's a Speedy Gonzalez. You can't go wrong with this phone. I mean, this thing is so beautiful that, like, I'm telling you, you're gonna wanna be on this phone all the time. Just find any excuse just to be on this phone because it's that great that you just can't help yourself but want to be on this phone. Like, even to watch content on it, like you want to watch a YouTube video. I mean, this pretty much takes a full screen video, YouTube videos on your phone. Like, it's great. I mean, it still needs some improvement, especially in video watching, like I just said, in YouTube, because not many videos have that big size video aspect ratio. But there is a feature where you can actually expand it to take a full screen, but it kind of chops it down a little bit, so you kind of lose it at the edges. But again, there's always room for improvement, and I'm sure this phone will improve as time goes on, and you know, videos will improve. You know, the quality will be better on your phone as time goes on. Same thing as anything else, you know, updates and things like that. So again, do I feel it's worth it buying this phone? Yes, I would definitely buy this phone. The choice is up to you, whether you want to get the S8 or the S8 Plus. The difference is basically in size and in price, but the specs, everything else is pretty much the same. Again, it's just difference between the S8 and the S8 Plus is the size factor and price. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a big like, subscribe to my page, and leave a comment on the bottom. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me your opinion about this phone, whether or not you guys would buy this phone or not. And as always, adios.